From J.D. Pardo's intense weight training to Frankie Loyal's mass wrestling, Mayans M.C. is a gritty, violent crime drama from FX, heading into its 5th and final season. Following the victories and vendettas of the Mayans Motorcycle Club, the show lives in the same universe as Sons of Anarchy, and some of the scenes can get very dark. But fortunately for the talented cast, it's all just fiction, at least we hope. So let's take a peek at the real lives of the Mayans cast. Where to start? That's easy! Ezekiel "Easy" Reyes, the main protagonist of Mayans MC, is played by actor J.D. Pardo, who you may have seen previously as a half-vampire in Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn, a member of a drug cartel and snitch starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as Jason in the NBC sci-fi series Revolution, or as Jesus in the teen series East Los High, which earned him a Daytime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Actor. His first job on camera was actually as a model, where he says he was dancing around in his underwear, which is very different from playing a member of a dangerous biker gang. Now, JD, which stands for Jorge Daniel, is 42 years old. He was born September 7, 1980 in Panorama City, California. His mom is from El Salvador and his dad from Argentina, which is partly why he's a huge lifelong soccer fan. JD said, "I love soccer. My father's from Argentina and my mother is from El Salvador. I grew up watching Argentinian soccer. I get really worked up watching soccer. It's in my blood." As for the other football, even though he lives in LA, JD is known as a die-hard fan of the Kansas City Chiefs. He also keeps that blood pumping by training like a beast to stay jacked for his highly physical role in Mayans. And turns out music is in his blood too. When JD's on the internet, when other folks might be checking their socials or looking up the latest recap from Mayans, he'll be spending most of his time on iTunes or guitar tabs. He said, "Music is a passion of mine. I'm always listening, always learning." But in case you were hoping for a serenade, you should know that JD is happily married to Emily Furlican, an NGO project manager, and they have 2 adorable kids. But back to the Mayans family. Easy's brother on the show, Angel Reyes, is played by actor Clayton Cardenas, who's also known for playing Diego in American Crime on ABC. Clayton is 37 years old, born on November 24, 1984, and is Los Angeles born and raised. When Mayans FX partnered with Hispanic Arts on the LA Mural Project in LA, empowering local Latin artists, Clayton was proud of the mural, featuring his character that went up in his hometown. He said, "Humbled to be Latino and have a mural up in LA. I was born and bred in LA. I know the significance of what this means to Angelino culture." And speaking of culture, Clayton is a painter himself, working with oil and acrylics on canvas. He can be seen on his studio on his Instagram page and his art website, showing off his incredible talent with color and form. And he's also been known to show off his 6-foot 3-inch frame and custom fits by independent designer Israel Valencia. Clayton plays a family man on Mayans, trying to be the father Angel never had, but has no kids and likes to keep his private life out of the spotlight. But rumors say he may be dating 25-year-old actress Emily Tosta, who plays Leticia Cruz on Mayans MC, which certainly wouldn't be the first time a romance blossomed behind the scenes. As for Angel's on-screen love in Mayans, that's Adelita, played by 32-year-old actress Carla Barada, who was born and raised in Venezuela to Italian parents, and started her theater acting career at just 11 years old. Carla's otherwise best known for her lead role in the international comedy web series Bleep, which was a huge hit in Latin America, and is also a trained architect who practiced in Barcelona, Malaysia, and Caracas before making the move to Los Angeles in 2017 to pursue acting full-time. Carla also happens to have a passion for painting, like her TV hubby Clayton, and continues to work as an artist, displaying her paintings in LA and all over the world. But perhaps her most beautiful creation is her family, with her husband, comedian Guillermo Garcia, and their 2 sweet kids. And in another art imitates life moment, their first baby, Diego, was actually an important part of the Mayans storyline in Season 2. When Adelita was pregnant in the series, so was Carla in real life. While Mayans MC isn't exactly what you'd call a family show, it's definitely all about family. And we can't think of a nicer way to show it than to welcome a new baby to the club. Now, our next Mayans character, Obispo Bishop Losa, lost his family in the show. Not to mention his place as club president to upstart Easy, but he remains loyal as current vice president. He's played by actor, producer, and stunt performer Michael Irby, who you may also have seen as the gangster Cristobal in HBO's dark comedy series Barry, as Admiral Delgado in the sci-fi series The Expanse, and as Adam in NBC's SEAL Team. Michael is 50 years old, born on November 16, 1972, in Palm Springs, California, of mixed Mexican-American and African-American descent. And like his on-screen rival JD, Michael is also a lifelong soccer fan, but he actually played on the world stage, playing on Team USA in Europe when he was younger. Sadly, he had to give up his soccer career due to injury, but the good news is it led him to pursue acting. As with many actors, Michael began his acting career in theater, studying at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York before moving to LA. He met his wife Susan Matus at the same acting school, and they then went on to co-star in The Unit for CBS, which was a great time for both of them, working together and hanging out together as a family with their son Addison. Among Michael's other many talents, he also has a passion for poetry, and his spoken word compositions are sometimes even incorporated into his work on screen. And while we're talking about characters' loyalty to the MC, we can't forget to mention Frankie Loyal. Yes, his name is Frankie Loyal, and he plays Hank Altrank-Loza, the Sergeant-at-Arms for the Mayans M.C. Frankie is 53 years old, born in San Francisco, California on December 23, 1969, and is also known for the film The Deep End, starring Tilda Swinton, and for playing Fortunado in the series Better Things for FX. Frankie first got into acting in high school, at a time when he said he was always getting into trouble, and he was actually put into drama class as a punishment. He had a teacher who told him he had a real talent if he would only stick with it, and we're very happy he did. Like his castmates on Mayans, Frankie's got multiple passions outside of acting too. He's a longtime punk musician and is the lead vocalist for LA street punk band Ryle 9 Collective. He's also a die-hard Harley-Davidson enthusiast and loves to ride in real life, which makes him ideal casting for a show about a motorcycle club. Reportedly, when he heard about a future Sons of Anarchy spinoff, he wrote over to the casting director's office to ask about a role, saying, "Hi, I heard you might be casting. You're looking for some real bad hombres who can ride and act for this potential show." Obviously, it worked out, and Frankie is now a fan favorite on Mayans MC. But that must have taken guts. Though it's not surprising that Frankie is a risk taker, since he once worked as a masked wrestler. But one of Frankie's greatest accomplishments is his over 20-year sobriety and his commitment to helping others working towards recovery, which makes him as much a force for good in real life as he is an enforcer on the show. Well, we think the whole cast is a force to be reckoned with, and we can't wait to see what they'll face in the 5th and final season of Mayans MC. So from Frankie's masked wrestling to JD's underwear dancing, that was the real-life age and partners of the Mayans MC cast.